Hi, it's Rob from the Brush and Boltgun. Today I'm going to be doing a tutorial on how to paint a Mentor's chapter badge. If you'd like to support the channel, our Ko-fi and Patreon pages are linked below. Now on to the video.
So as this rotates around, this is the finished Mentor. You'll see the Mentor Legion chapter badge, or the Mentor's chapter badge, on his left pauldron, coming around here, and this is what we're going to be painting up during this tutorial. So we're going to start with Citadel Mephiston Red. This is going to be, other than white, which we're going to use to touch up the edges every now and again, it is just going to be Mephiston Red for this entire tutorial. So when you look at the Mentor's chapter badge, you've got that raptor's head across the top here, and it's flat, going from just in front of the eye to the back. Then you have a slight dink in that towards the front where it slopes down, and then you have a little flat piece towards the front of the beak where that curls round. So as I put this on here, I don't really do too much of a down on it. It's quite straight, and I'll correct that with a little bit of white a little bit later on. But I'm painting on that lower section, and then I want to get that curve of the beak going round. So the whole time I'm doing this, I'm looking at a picture of the Mentor's chapter badge on my computer, just so I know exactly the kind of areas it's going into, and like what kind of angles and things like that. So the beak kind of curls round and makes this almost like a mouth at the front of it, where it joins up with the back of the neck, or the bottom of the neck I should say. So now I'm going to do the little section here. It's got an eye, so we're just going to put in a little eye there. We can adjust the shape of that a little bit later, as long as you've got that in roughly the right place. You can see that you haven't really got that drop down to the beak. And when you look at the shape of the neck as it comes down from the back, that kind of curves around in an arc, similar to the front, which we're painting on here. So the way I was looking at that front part of the neck is like the Thundercats badge mouth is how I was looking at that, and that's how I was picturing it while I was painting it. It's actually just the base of the neck that it goes down to, rather than a bottom jaw, because it is an eagle's head, or a bird of prey's head, I should say. We've got that curve at the back of the head there too. Now when I'm working on the feathers at the back, I notice that that curve is slightly too sharp, comes around a little bit too soon. So I kind of paint the feathers on, then bulge that out through the feathers, and then repaint the feathers on after that. Just because you want to get that shape right, otherwise it doesn't look right when you're looking at the pauldron. Obviously this is just a quick tutorial on painting the chapter badge. You can spend more time on it. You can do shades and highlights on it, all those things, just to make it look that bit better. This is just a general how I'd approach painting the actual shape before doing any of those things. Looking at it and thinking, would I paint the white first or do the eagle and then paint the white round it? I think the white then the eagle would be the best bet, because then the only colours that you're going to really be working with are the red and white. If you make any mistakes, you're only going to have that white section and then the apothecary white shaded section at the back there, so it's going to be really easy to touch those up. So these feathers that we're painting on at the moment, you've kind of got 4 going down the back of the head and 4 across the bottom, and as you look at that you can see that that is just kind of one almost smooth curved line with the feathers on. That's not how it should look. So making a note of that, I'm going to change up the shape of it by painting down a little bit further and getting the shape of the head right, and then redoing those feathers. That slight pause there was the penny dropping as I'm looking at it that I've done the head slightly wrong shape. So we're going to get a little bit more red, and we are going to go around and shape that head a little bit better, spread out the neck a little bit, and then we are going to repaint on those feathers. nice and easy. Now I'm just going to use a little bit of white to touch up those feathers, get them into a bit more of the correct shape. Remembering that if you are freehanding these on, then they are going to be on the tabletop. You're going to be seeing it from a distance of a couple of feet away. It looks absolutely sound. As I say, you can spend more time on it, touch it up, highlight, a little bit of shade if you wanted to, and that would make it look that little bit better. Like so. So that is the finished miniature with his chapter badge on the left pauldron there. I'm very happy with how that turned out.
Thanks for watching. I hope you've enjoyed the video, and if you have, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel so you don't miss any future content. Also, think about subscribing to some of our other social media, linked below. Thanks very much.
If you like the channel and you enjoy the content and you'd like to support me, my Coffee and Patreon pages are linked below. Thanks very much.